You guys might see us right here. Here we are.
Hi.
Quality is How's it going? We'll get up real close here. There we go. Hello.
Cheese.
Yeah, I'm wearing a hat.
Amazing.
So again, we can switch over to the picture-in-picture. We actually have two drones that we're going to be operating today. We've got our G200 16-liter spraying drone, and we have our optical EVO II Pro that has a dual camera, thermal and 8K camera. We're actually going to use the EVO drone to follow the spraying drone as it's flying, which should be a really cool experience for you guys. I kind of want to show you guys around first the actual hardware, and then we're actually going to dive into the software, because now we can actually share our software screen with you, and you guys can get a really kind of a hands-on experience of how that works. This is the G200, and this little guy over here is the optical EVO II. You can see they're both lit up and just kind of ready to go. So this is our G200 16-liter agricultural spraying drone. Really a great machine, incredibly easy to use. There's a very simple design that just makes it built for work. This model, again, is a 16-liter platform, so just over 4 gallons of payload. This can really be used to spray just about anything. We've seen this used for all sorts of spraying applications. It's truly a versatile platform. It's extremely easy to set up. See, right now it's already all extended, but the propellers fold up. The arms simply fold right down for storage. Very, very easy to use. This model has 2 brushless pumps behind this little cover down here. You can see it feeds out into 4 nozzles. There's one under each of the rear arms here. And that allows for a lot of flexibility in terms of the nozzle size and the flow rate to really match what you need to do for your particular application. This model also has forward, rear obstacle avoidance, and it has a radar terrain following system. This model, I'll show you guys the batteries a little bit later up close, but this model has a single battery that's mounted up front here. It's already installed and plugged in here. It's got a little strap to hold it. It just slides in, has a lock to lock it in place. Again, this is the tank right here. Super easy to fill up with its large fill neck on the back. This model does also have a camera built into the front here. Also available for this model is RTK GPS, which allows for sub-centimeter accuracy GPS. If you need that accuracy, the RTK is available for this too. Again, a really simple aircraft, very user serviceable. Replacing an arm is literally a 2-minute job. You know, everything on this drone is designed to keep it in the air, to make it easy to service. Field repairs are no problem for this. Parts are available and inexpensive if they're ever needed. But again, with that obstacle avoidance, you shouldn't need it. It'll help you out. I want to show you guys the software. So we're going to go back to our controller over here. I'm going to actually screen share the app screen, and I'm going to guide you through setting up a flight plan for this particular area. Go ahead and go back. On the way back, we'll take a quick look at the EVO. I'll pick this guy up since he is tiny. So this is the optical EVO II. This is a dual camera. It's a FLIR boson sensor and a Sony 8K sensor on board. The image quality in this is incredible. This is the drone to have for any type of first responders, police departments, even surveying, surveillance. This is it. This is so easy to use. This actually has 360-degree obstacle avoidance. I believe it has 12 vision sensors, so you can see them all the way around. Even on the bottom, it's got sensors all over it. Incredibly capable machine at an amazing price point. So if you guys are interested in this model, or are any of our agricultural models, or any of the additional models that we have available, just make sure to visit our website, hse-uav.com. Again, one of our sales advisors will be happy to speak with you directly. We also have email and chat box available on our website. All right, let's go to the software. All right, give me just a second. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen on this tablet here. So we're going to switch screens. You guys should be able to see my screen now. So right now we're on the TTA Agriculture Spraying app. This is where we create all of our flight plans. So right now, I'm actually in my mission monitoring page. I'm going to go ahead and tap the button on the bottom left here. And here, you can see I've already created a flight plan for the demo, but I'll show you just from the beginning how we set this up and just how easy it is. If I go ahead and hit New, I can name my area. Call this Demo 1, or 2 rather. And we'll go ahead and hit save. So there's a couple ways that we can create this pattern. This way button right here, you can see we have several options. We're gonna use the manual option, which allows us to mark a point on the map as our boundary. But there's other options as well. You can use the drone to mark your points. You can use a handheld device to mark your points. But in this case, to keep it simple, we're gonna use the manual option. So we're gonna go up to choose point. We're gonna select boundary point. And you can see as I move the map around, I'm able to set my marker where I want it. So I can hit the record button, and that's gonna be my first point. I can move my point up here and set my second point. And I'm just gonna keep a simple pattern for this demo and just do 4 points. Now you see here, I'm a little close to this corner. I can actually go in and tap. Drag the points if needed. We can also add obstacles. So let me go ahead and hit save. Now at the bottom here, this button allows me to actually set my spray parameters. So super useful here. So we can set our route spacing. That's going to be our swath. We'll leave it at 22 feet. We can also set our altitude, bring it up just a little bit to about 12 feet. We can also set our flight speed and most importantly, our spray amount in gallons per acres. And you can see here, this is our expected spray rate. It calculates what the pump is expected to apply or to run to achieve this rate. With the nozzles that we have on here, 0.63 gallons per minute is perfect. So we'll go ahead and hit save settings. And finally, this little squiggly line button at the bottom here actually generates our flight plan. You can see it's generated our flight plan. It looks great. And now all we have to do is hit the upload button. It's gonna upload the waypoint. And we're basically ready to fly. So once we're ready to fly, and it's done, there it is, successful. We'll switch back to our monitoring page, and from here, we're actually able to unlock it and start our flight plan. So again, this drone is fully autonomous from takeoff to landing. So we basically unlock it. That's gonna allow the motors to start, and it's the start button, and it's gonna take off automatically, go to the start point, begin spraying automatically, fly the pattern automatically, and when it's done, it's gonna return home automatically. If there's ever any type of issue where the chemical runs out or the battery runs too low or anything that will prevent the drone from completing its mission successfully, it will automatically return to home and land automatically. The best part there is it's going to automatically save a point and resume from that point on. All right. So I think we're going to go back to our main screen, Brian, here, and I'll stop sharing, and I want to show you guys the takeoff. All right, so let me go ahead and prep this. We'll go ahead and unlock it. And actually, before we do this, you know what? Just add a little excitement here. We're gonna put the other little drone up, and we're gonna film this entire flight in real time. And I'll show you guys that one it's in the air too. So let's get that up in the air. This is the controller for the EVO. And you can see I have my phone up here on my device. Let me switch to the app here. We'll share this screen with the app view in just a moment, but I'll show you the takeoff. We'll get it up in the air, and then we'll take off with the spraying drone. Then I'll show you from air to air. So this drone is so easy to take off. We literally just hold our takeoff button. And we'll see the little drone is gonna take off there. So we're gonna set it up over here. We're gonna back it up. Set it up right here. All right. Let's get the spraying drone in the air, and we'll switch over to the first person view. All right, let's see here. We're gonna unlock the spraying drone. This particular one actually has a password, so I have to enter a password. Okay. We're gonna unlock it. We're gonna see the rotor start turning. We're gonna hit the start button. The drone's gonna take off, and it's going to begin its flight plan automatically. So we can see now it's spraying, and I'm actually gonna go up to the EVO drone. Let me set it up, and then we'll switch the camera and we'll share the screen. All right, guys, I'm gonna share the screen now on the EVO. Let me turn the camera here. So there's our spraying drone flying around. I apologize for any lag that we might have. We don't have the best internet connection out here, but we can see here, we can actually zoom in. There it is. And we can see our spraying drone right there. Now here's the coolest part. I'm gonna go ahead and switch to our thermal camera, which is gonna allow us to really see the drone. This is, again, it's a thermal camera. Oh, zoom in a little too far. You guys see on the ground, that line that it's creating? That's actually its application. So you get an amazing view of the actual application of the drone. So that water that's landing on the ground is changing the temperature of the ground. You can see the swath beautifully. We'll get a little closer here. Again, you can see as the water lands on the ground, you can see it perfectly here. This EVO drone has one of the best imaging sensors for thermal camera. It's 640 by 512 resolution, which is just unheard of for a drone this size and in price point. It's pretty interesting too. You can actually see the motors. You see they're heating up. This model also has an option for picture-in-picture mode. So let's switch to that. So now we can actually see both the 8K camera and the thermal camera. How cool is that? So let's get a little closer. Again, look how well you can see that application on the ground. That looks great. And by the way, guys, if you guys are watching in real time, remember when I created that flight plan, this was just about 1 acre. I think it was exactly 1 acre in size. So you keep track. Again, I set this up to spray 2.5 gallons per acre. So you'll see how quickly this is actually gonna finish. And again, we can switch camera modes at any time. If we want to go to the standard mode, and we can zoom in as well. You can see with the 8K camera, the zoom is amazing. I'm actually very far away from the drone right now, nowhere close to it. But you can see how perfectly I can see it. Let's get a little closer. There it is. Yeah, it looks awesome. Hope you guys are enjoying this new view. It's pretty interesting to see the spray application actually from the air. Let's actually go back to the thermal camera. I just love that view and being able to actually see the spray. Oh, actually, hang on, it's climbing up. So right now it's actually finished flying and it's finished its operation. Let's see if I can point at its landing location so we can see it land. Should land right there. Here, we'll even go back to our picture-in-picture mode. All right, we're gonna see it pop into the screen any moment now. There it is. How cool is that? Get a touch closer here. You guys see how well you can see those motors? They're warming up a little bit. That's normal. And it's landing. Let's go back to our main screen here and get a nice close-up. You can see it just landed. How cool is that?
Simon, it's
awesome.
Just awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's switch back to our our main view here. And I just want to show you the automatic landing real quick. So again, the drone, we're done flying. We can hold down the home button here. And this drone's actually set to climb, I think, almost 200 feet. So we're going to see it climb up real high, and it's going to come back and land exactly where it took off. So we'll let it do its thing. It's going to come back and land, and there it goes. Again, this EVO drone has the ability to do all kinds of mapping operations too. So big giant bee, here it is.
Hey Simon, can you flip that thermal view on while it's coming in for landing too?
Oh yeah. Let's do that. Here's the thermal view. That's straight down there. There's the road that we took off from.
Oh yeah.
And you'll see that this drone is so smart. Right before it lands, it'll actually point the camera forward just so you don't get any grass or anything in the lens.
Great. Can you point it up so we can see you guys?
Yeah, actually, hang on. Let's here, I'll stop the landing here. Oh, you know what? I told it to land. Let's do this. So we'll go ahead and land it real quick. We'll take right back off, and then I'll give you a better idea of the thermal camera too. So I'll fly around the cars here so you guys can see that. All right. Oh, you guys might see on the screen there, it's actually saying there's an obstacle 25 feet behind it. Let me show you what the obstacle is right here. It's that net.
Amazing.
All right. You guys might see us right here. Here we are.
Hi.
Quality is
How's
just...
it going? We'll get up real close here. There we go. Hello.
Jeez.
Yeah, I'm wearing a hat.
Amazing.
So again, we can switch over to the picture-in-picture view here, and you can see I'm 16
Cool.
feet away here. It's complaining. You're saying you're flying a little close. Let's back
Collision
up.
avoidance.
Let's back up a little bit. There we go. Now it's happy. You guys can see, like, even looking at a vehicle, you can really see like the hot and cold areas. I mean, really well. I mean, if a car is running, you can tell.
Yeah.
You can see like even the motor. These cars have been parked for a while, but you can see exactly the hot areas, the cool areas. It's really, really interesting. You can even see like the front wheel on your car, Joy. You can see the brakes were working there. They're a little warmer than the back ones. Pretty interesting.
Didn't you replace my brakes too? That's pretty cool.
They're working.
My brake pads are good.
And again, you can see like the motor. You can really.
Oh yeah, Ron's
really
truck is
see
hot.
it.
A little warmer.
There's our solar panel system there. Let's see, those are working.
That's cool.
There we are again. So again, I mean, this is an incredibly useful tool. It really is. I mean, let's do a little inspection. Let's take a look at this poster here. Let's see. We're going to switch over to the standard camera. I want to show you just how good this resolution is. So we're going to get real close to this net right here. And I want to show you just how well you can zoom in with this camera. All right.
Oh, sorry.
Hang on. Okay. Let's make sure you guys can still hear me. And you can see, I'm actually still a pretty good distance. I'm probably about 6 feet away from that. But you can imagine if you were doing a cell tower inspection, for example, look at how good the quality is when you zoom into an area. And I can actually get even closer. Just like that. And really get a really good shot here. It also has an autofocus. You can tap on the screen here. It'll focus in. There's actually a good bit of wind up there today too. We'll zoom back out. And you can see just how amazing that camera quality is. It's really spectacular.
I think, Simon, for considering all of the different uses of the EVO system between inspections and first responders that'll use this maybe for emergency damage assessment or search and rescue work, not only the incredible, just industry leading quality of that thermal camera, but also the option to have that awesome crystal clear zoom, 8K resolution. And I think there's 10 color bands on that thermal image.
I was actually going to show you that, actually. Let's see. Wow. So we can go in and actually change the color modes. So we can go to white hot, for example. This is used on a lot of law enforcement, black hot, rainbow. I mean, we got a lot of options here for different grades and temperature options. And I know there's actually more coming soon and some updates that they're doing. This one's pretty cool. This graded fire really shows the differences in high temperature. So you can see on the motors, it's crystal clear as expected. You can actually see the battery too really well. And you can actually zoom in with the thermal camera too. So if I pinch and zoom, just like any photo on my cell phone, I can zoom in and you can see the motors are crystal clear here. And you can see the tank is actually quite cool because of the water that was in it. So it's pretty spectacular. Again, this software has, you can see here, this is actually my flight, flying back and forth. It shows me exactly where I've flown. I can switch back to the camera easily, just basically switch back and forth. And it has full options to actually create missions. Later here. So if I hit mission, I'm able to create mapping missions. I can do waypoint missions, rectangular, polygon. These are awesome. So we can actually survey a perimeter, for example. So if you want to follow a fence line and fly around and check on certain items like a gate or a point of interest, you can actually mark points of interest in these missions and it will point the camera at it automatically. And you can have it even repeat. So if you need to survey an area that's always the same flight every time, you can have it repeat over and over and over again without recreating the mission. You can just save it. So super, super handy. Awesome. Go back to the camera mode here, and we're still here. You can see it actually, because I closed out of it, it actually has a pre-flight check built into it too. So there it is. Bring it in and land it.
Hey Simon, we have a question from Facebook. So I was hoping you could talk to this for just a moment. So the question is, can you upload planning missions? Like, can you set them up on the laptop and then upload them to the drone?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So actually you can, and you can actually do that on both these drones. Both these models have the ability to import .kml files. So it allows you to create a mission on a lot of different platforms. I mean, you could even use Google Earth or even Google Maps to do this, and you can actually import both the spraying drone and the EVO. There's actually another great feature I forgot to mention. With the EVO II Pro and the EVO II DUAL, there's actually a 1-year subscription included of Pix4D React, which is just an incredible software. If you guys take a look at pix4d.com's website, you can see just the incredible features that Pix4D React has. And they have a whole suite of softwares available too, and you can actually use that credit to other software besides Pix4D React as well. So that's a huge advantage to the EVO, really, is just that subscription to Pix4D. Is
and which option. Ones does that come with? Which ones?
Pix4D React. It's included with the EVO II Pro and the EVO II DUAL.
Cool.
That's the what we have today is a DUAL that has a thermal camera and the 8K camera. The Pro is actually a 6K camera, but it's a super high quality 1-inch sensor lens used for surveying, cinematography, imaging, photographs. Amazing. So
and that's free subscription for a year.
For a year.
It's
yeah.
awesome.
You guys know the software is everything. So.
And for those of our clients that have already purchased theirs, yours is grandfathered too. So we sent out a notice, and that's how you get it set up on yours.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. And one more thing, actually, the EVO II DUAL is actually now made in the USA with global components. So that's awesome for police departments. You got to have that made in the USA badge on there. It's so critical, and all the servicing and support is US based as well. And that goes for our spraying drones too. You know, again, great features. You know, we're kind of running at the end of our demo here. I want to wrap it up now. So again, I just want to thank you guys for joining us again. This is something new for us with this kind of multiple cameras and sharing screens and everything. So there's a couple hiccups along the way, but I really loved it. I think you guys did too, to be able to get a much better view of what we're actually doing and how we're operating. So I hope you guys join us next time. If you guys want to see when our future demos are, just go to our website. There's a calendar on there, and you can RSVP for our future demos. Again, our website is hse-uav.com. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and YouTube. We'll make sure to get YouTube up and running for the next demo as well. But thanks again, guys, for coming in. We'll make sure to see you guys next time. Thanks.
Awesome.
Thanks, Simon.
Joy, team, everyone, great work. John, thanks for being there to answer all of our questions with folks online, and wherever you joined us, anywhere in the world, whether you're here in Austin, Texas, or out with these guys in the Florida area, just thanks for joining, and we look forward to seeing you again soon, and take care and be well. Thanks again.
Thank
Bye.
you. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.